and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video we're going to be talking all about water fasting. So some risks, any potential benefits, all that good stuff. But before we get into the video, make sure to give this video a nice thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the little bell so you don't miss it on my videos. Alright, let's get started. So water fasting. Now this is another thing that I've been seeing everywhere lately, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, I don't really use Twitter, TikTok, all these different things. So I figured I would talk about it. So in today's video, just like my other ones, I will, add in the chapters where you can kind of scroll through and pick, what part of this video you want to watch if you don't want to watch it all. So we're going to go over what it is, how it works, any potential benefits, along with the risks, maybe a little bit about weight loss, and then just kind of like a summation. So if you don't know what fasting is, I definitely have videos where I talk about that, so I can make sure to link them up right here just so you kind of have a general idea of what it is I'm talking about when I talk about water fasting. You just kind of have like, I don't know, a little bit of a background on it. So those videos I talk more about restricting your food intake, not so much your water. And of course, this is going around all over the internet now as another way to, lose weight really quickly. So just like with everything else, there's can be some benefits, there can be some risks. You have to make sure your goals are in the right place. And of course, this isn't something that everybody should try to attempt or try or even be thinking about. So I know the name can be a little bit deceiving. So water fasting does not mean that you're not drinking any water. It's the exact opposite. So when you water fast, you are fasting everything else and the only thing you're allowed to have is water. So the typical water fast can last from, between 24 and 72 hours, so a day to 3 days. Now, this is not something that I have done or tried, but I would definitely not exceed those 3 days. So the number one reason as of late that I've seen people try the water fast is to lose weight, but there are other reasons. Some people try to do it for a detox, some people do it for, religious or spiritual type reasons. You can do this, maybe your doctor's telling you to do that before a procedure, or maybe you're trying to get some other health benefits from it that you might have read about or seen or something like that. Now there is a link with water fasting and a reduced risk of chronic disease, but this can also come with other risks. So I'm first just kind of going over a little overview of what it is essentially and why people might want to try it. So now, how do you do a water fast? Now, this isn't the same kind of like step-by-step guide and different types of fasting like I have in my other videos where I talk about the different types. This is a little bit different. This is going to be more so the people who should definitely not try to do this. So if you have any type of eating disorder, if you have gout, if you have type 1 or type 2 diabetes, if you're an older adult, if you're pregnant, if you're a child, this is definitely something you should not try unless for some reason a medical professional is telling you to do so or is monitoring you for some reason. Then I would definitely stay away from this. Also, if you've never done any type of fast before, I would definitely recommend that you don't just like do this cold turkey and like you've been eating normally your entire life and then all of a sudden like you're just not going to eat for 3 days. Don't do that. If this is something that you've been thinking about or you want to try or whatever it is, for whatever benefit it is, as long as you have a health benefit in mind, then I would definitely start out with either, slowly fasting, just normally, part of the day, or, you do one of the other fasting rules, or you start having smaller portions of your meals than you normally would, just to try and get your body kind of used to it so it's not a total like shock and you're like dying and starving and you just can't. So during the water fast you cannot eat or drink anything besides water. So it's a water fast, only water. So most people end up drinking 2 to 3 liters per day of water during their fast. So post-fast, so after 1 to 3 days, you definitely want to avoid, like binging or running out and having like a huge meal. You might want to start off with, smaller meals like how you started the fast, or maybe have like a smoothie and get some calories in that way. That way you don't feel like uncomfortable at all from having nothing to just like overloading. So what are some potential benefits of water fasting? So it can promote autophagy. If you don't know what this is, all this is when your body kind of takes your cells or old parts of your cells and it kind of breaks them down and recycles them. There have been some studies in animals that show that this helps prevent some diseases such as cancer, Alzheimer's, and heart disease. It may help lower your blood pressure. It may improve insulin and leptin sensitivity. It may lower the risk of several chronic diseases. This would be, diabetes, cancer, heart disease, stuff like that. Now, I keep saying may or, potentially and things like that because these studies were all either short-term studies or done with animals, so there's just really not enough research to say that this is, really going to help here. Now let's get into the risks of water fasting. You can lose the wrong type of weight. So you can be losing weight from, water weight, carbs, muscle mass, things like that. You can actually become dehydrated. I know that sounds crazy. Now that's because 20 to 30% of your daily water intake is going to be coming from your food. So if you're drinking the same amount of water that you typically drink per day, but you're not eating any of that food, you can see how you might become dehydrated. And I have other videos on dehydration that I can link right up here if you guys want to learn more about that. And water fasting can also worsen some health conditions. So that would be things like gout or eating disorders and stuff like that. So can water fasting help you lose weight? Yes, but so can other forms of fasting or other things that aren't going to have all of the risks that water fasting does. So just to kind of sum everything up, water fasting, can have some health benefits, but some risks. It is becoming more and more popular lately these days, so that's why I figured I'd touch upon it today. A lot of the studies on water fasting have been done on animals, so it doesn't necessarily mean that the same benefits could apply to us. If you want some health benefits to fasting, I would definitely recommend, something like intermittent fasting like that. That way, you're still getting some food in and it's not so hard on your body, and there are definitely some benefits to that. I have a totally different video on that. But that is all I have for this video today, you guys. I hope you liked it and I hope you learned something new. If you did like it, make sure to give this video a nice thumbs up and don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the little bell so you don't miss none of my videos. And share this video would really help me a lot. And as always, if you want to get my exclusive nutrition tips, healthy food recommendations, and delicious recipes right to your inbox, then make sure to head over to my description box, click the link and join the fam. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.